Once upon a time, there was a monkey king named Wukong. He dared to challenge the heaven and his heavenly army. But then COVID happened and they all need to do social distancing. So Wukong come to Capybara Gold Land and stay in his bubble. He has now become Wukong, the Taichi master. He's a master of counter-attack as all his skill works around counter-attack and increased counter damage. His first skill is what makes his counter good. Similar to extra combo hit, with Wukong, you can now counter multiple times. At 2 star, this has a 100% chance to trigger, meaning you will always counter twice. This also stacks with King Kong Mount skill or Awaken skill, and it also increased the counter for counter mastery skill. His second skill gives you an additional skill that trigger every 3 turns. I don't have the footage of this yet as I don't have him at 4 star. I will update on this skill once I can test it out. But a confused information here is his 7 star where it's said to increase speed by 100%. Not really understand what it does. If you know, can let me know in the comment section. Okay? I really appreciate the information. His final skill is simply to increase his light spear and counter damage, but at the cost of other skills damage. Not really sure if this is worth it, but the final upgrade increased the shield value as well as attack gain by a percentage of shield, which is really good. To pair up with the counter attack focus setup, his stats multiplier is also suitable for counter build, as it gives a balance between attack and HP. This gives a higher HP value compared to the Dragon Girl. His level up is also heavily focused on HP as it gives 75% adventurous HP and 45% adventurous attack, compared to both at 60% for Dragon Girl. So because his skill triggers mainly from counter attack, you need high counter rate to maximize his potential. You can get the counter rate from this source. This will probably change your entire setup if you didn't build for counter before. There are 3 weapons that offer counter as a substats. The Spike Club brand and Mecha Titan brand, Slime King Pet, and King Kong will give you 10% as a permanent stat, and the Knight Inheritance. In general, counter build is more useful in PvP, and with the addition of Wukong, this is even stronger now. Imagine hitting a 2 star Wukong with 100% counter rate, you hit him 4 times, he will counter with 8 hits. That's a lot of damage. Of course, this is the case if you don't get burst to death before you can counter. In PvE, there are a lot of problems with counter build in general. Even with Wukong, this problem is still there. First problem is, you can't benefit from the combo mastery skill like the combo build. So to get more damage, you need to get the War Veteran, which can be hard to get. So if you build too tanky, you will end up dealing no damage or not enough within in given turns. I also explore if the damage build is solid. Damage build like using the S-Lance with both King Kong skill and Awaken skill. This might work in chapter run, but in dungeon dive, the lance offers no shield, so you will end up dying really fast before you could even counter or lifesteal. And for counter build, you only have one choice, is to last as long as possible. You get no way to burst the enemy down, especially when you want to avoid the enemy rage skill, so you need a decent amount of damage reduction to survive and keep countering to get the best out of this. I did a run with this setup, it's fairly good. The only downside is the fight is quite long. But at least with Wukong, counter build now have many more options to play with. Some of the potential setup I will try out is the shield to attack build. With Durian Shield, the new collectible and Stone Guardian, I would say we could have a decent amount of shield to survive and counter. Another interesting build is to work with the new mount and damage over time build. Since you would be tanky with a counter build, stack DOT on the enemy, and drag the battle out would make them take tons of damage. This would be a good damage source for you. So that's all for this video. If I missed out anything, you can comment in the section below and let me know. And I'll see you around. Bye bye.